Get more information on that. There's a little group that we belong to. It's NNY 912. It's a 912 group. If you listen to Glenn Beck, it's one of his groups. And that same group will be at our shop on July 4th. I'm going to mention the tea party that we're going to have on July 4th. The shop will be closed, so it's not business oriented. We're just opening the gates and we're letting them use our facility.
Another tea party come. You know, the mainstream elite liberal gotcha media was making fun of people like you.
Yeah, I'm a right-wing nut.
Teabaggers. They were using that term to try to diminish you. Hey, we got a call right here.
All right.
Good afternoon on the hotline.
Hello. I just want to say I thoroughly enjoyed today's program, and I agree wholeheartedly with all the gentleman has to say. Keep it up, Eric, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, hotline.
Does Eric know this is the United States of America?
Could you repeat, please?
I said, does Eric know that this is the United States of America?
I believe he does know that. Why do you say that?
Wasn't he the one that put up that crazy sign?
Yes, he is.
And you feel that it's freedom?
Well, what's crazy about the sign? What does it say that's crazy?
Was there something about our president?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was disputing something the president had said about this being a Muslim nation or something.
And you think that's the right thing to do? He's lucky somebody doesn't take a pop shot at him.
Well, I think he's well armed, but I don't know as anybody would take a shot at him. We wouldn't agree with that, certainly.
For him as a child on Richards Drive.
Oh, you do remember him?
I certainly do.
I was a terror, wasn't I?
Huh?
I said I was a terror, wasn't I?
No, you were a doll.
You obviously didn't live on Richards Drive. I think the whole neighborhood hated me.
And I know Flip.
Well, she's a great mom.
Where is she? She's a nurse. She's not acting like you.
She agrees with everything I'm saying. It's my mother. You know, what's she going to do? Disagree with me? I think you need to take a look at the sign maybe and read it, and maybe then you'll understand that this has been blown a little bit out of proportion. I'm not trying to say anything derogatory. I'm making statements of fact based on statements that were made previously by our president.
He and his wife are the most wonderful people in this world.
And why is that?
The things that they do.
What have they done?
Not cowards like you.
Well, wait a minute. I'm not a coward because I'm asking, what have they done? Just mention one thing that they've done, the two of them.
And act like human beings and try to promote peace in this world. Peace and happiness and good health.
Well, I tried to do the same thing.
Okay, well, thank you for the call, ma'am.
Planted a garden for children.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for calling.
Schools and teachers and talks to them.
Thank you very much.
Wake up.
All righty.
Good enough.
Obviously a fan of President and Mrs. Obama there. You don't dislike the president, do you?
No, I don't dislike anybody.
I mean, if he were here right now, what would you talk about?
I'd be courteous with him. I'd ask him the same exact things that I'm putting on the sign. You know, what gives you the right to fire executives? What gives you the right to limit how much money someone can make? What gives you the right to take money out of the pockets of hardworking Americans and giving it to people that aren't even Americans? I mean, just regular questions.
Regular questions like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you could probably guess what his answers would be.
Yeah, I'm sure he had great answers as long as his teleprompter's right there in front of him. I'm pretty good without mine, so.
He's a smooth talker, though.
He is if he has something to read, yes. I've seen him off the cuff, and he's not quite as smooth.
Not as smooth.
No.
But he seems to...
He does have an articulate voice. He's got a great presence.
Voice,
He's got good presence. Yeah.
He certainly comes across kind of in a preachy way at
a little bit.
Times, you know, like a professor, which he did teach at one time.
I guess.
So, you know, Bill Ayers, that crowd.
Yeah, right.
In Chicago.
He was supposed to be a lawyer, too, but that was for Acorn, who, by the way, just got $20 billion, and 2 states have them under indictment for federal felonies of...
Right.
You know, but that's not a big deal because they're, you know, Democrat or left-wing or whatever.
Good afternoon, Hotline.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Hey, the Duff here. What's up?
Nothing. I agree with Eric's right to pull every once in a time, but I do disagree with one thing. Name me one president that wasn't a smooth talker, that didn't give money to people that didn't deserve it, didn't do all the things that Obama's doing.
Well, I don't think...
He won.
Yeah, he did. I have no problem with that, but you asked me to name one president that wasn't a smooth talker. Well, nobody really liked the way George Bush talked, so I guess you could...
Well, I don't know, but I voted for Bush twice. I like George.
So did I.
I've got nothing against this president. I'm willing to give him a try, but I mean, I don't...
Well, I guess what really irritated me the most, Duff, was that you got a guy, again, it's a world leader of a superpower. We have men and women that are in harm's way over in the Middle East, and you go over there and you make those kind of statements, you're going to rile up that population. I deal with hundreds and hundreds of soldiers of whom that are serving in Iraq and Afghanistan who come back here, and none of them, of course, they can't say anything because they have to respect their commander-in-chief, which is apropos, but none of them think that that's a good signal to send to the world. and that's kind of what pushed me over the edge. And if he hadn't made the statement the way he made it, I might have done something a little different. But I will put stuff on the sign that I feel is controversial. And again, when George Bush was in office, I had things that weren't positive about him. I try to put up there what I think is American.
Yeah. People zero in on one word. They see the word Muslim.
Yeah, that's what this is all about. I've never had a call or any kind of news media or any kind of attention like this until I mentioned that one little word, Muslim. And somebody had such thin skin that instead of reading what I said, they took it the wrong way, and now it's been blown out of proportion. And if you really read what it says, which is exactly what it said last week, which is what it said when the guy read it, but he misread it, I don't see a problem with it.
Okay, Duff, I got to run. I got to take the call. Thank you. Good afternoon, Hotline.
Good afternoon. How are you today?